HeadSpace Radio, Ep.4. We're going to start this now. Hope everyone's doing well. This episode is going to be a little bit different because I am on baby duty. She's currently sleeping beside me, so I'm going to try my best to do what I can. And, I'm going to try to make sure that this episode is going to be as flowing as possible, as cohesive, because I might have to make some stops here. But, all right, we're going to begin. I just seen the new Superman movie, right? Now, comics, I own a few comics. I actually have the DC comic encyclopedia. That's the type of guy I am, right? I'm a nerd. I'm somewhat of a nerd. I'm not like the most well-versed person in comics, but I listen to comics through audios. I follow the YouTube channels. Certain channels that are good. They escape my name, but as we go through this, we'll see. But yeah, I saw the Superman movie, and I'll say this. I want this universe to succeed, but I don't know if it will. I'm a DC fan. I like Marvel as well. But Marvel's like that kid that, if you got kids, my kid is, too soon to say, but there's always that one kid that just excels in everything. And then there's that one kid that's just, it's not catching on. Like, what's going on over here? So that kid demands more of attention because, hey, what are you doing? Hey, you promising, hey, you're older. What's going on? And it just, every once in a while, they do something great, but overall, it's just a hot mess, right? So I pray to God it's not like how my kids are going to be, but this is essentially the analogy I'm using with DC and Marvel Comics. Although Marvel, after the good 10-year run, is starting to get a little shaky, a lot shaky with gender politics and all the other stuff. And quite frankly, you can do these things in your films. It just has to be properly implemented and delivered well. It can't be the story. You can't just throw things in there and be like, hey, by the way, let's kiss. Okay, we're gay. Mwah. Nah, you can't do that. That's not how this works, right? You're pandering to an audience that probably wouldn't even watch your crap in the first place. That's like me watching Scandal because they're about to have a shootout and there's going to be drugs and murder and, executions and stuff. It's like, that's cool. I'm probably not going to watch that anyways. And that's what they've been doing. It's like, we need to, I'm like, bro, just do right by the source material. And, based on the reviews of the people that are super fans, they'll watch it like 100 times and word comes out that it's a good movie and people will go and see it, right? So that's my stance on that. With DC overall, oh man, comic books, let's leave the comic books out of this. Their animation, by far, is amazing. That can't be touched. Can't be compared. Marvel, they done gave up on that, in my honest opinion. Video games, if it ain't Spider-Man, it sucks. But Batman did their thing. I know they had Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That was good. DC tried to do a thing like that, but it sucked because it's just the Justice League heroes. And Marvel literally just used everybody in theirs. X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four. It was sick. Anyways, let's move on. So, DC dominates in the video game section. They dominate in the animation section. They are horrible in the movie department. And that is a big department because that's where they're throwing the most money, right? They don't just license the movies out. The movies are made by them. The Superman movie that just came out. I wanted to love it. I really do. I really wanted to love this movie. I kind of like it. I think there was too much going on. I think it was, I'll put it this way. For those who saw how they did Man of Steel and then they did Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice, it felt like they wanted to correct what Man of Steel did, but also doing so, let's add the Justice League like we would do in Dawn of Justice, but instead of the Justice League, let's bring in like the C-listers, who I don't hate. You know, I love Mr. Terrific, the third smartest man in the DC Comics. They should have made him number one. You know, that would have been cool. And they should have made him more intellectual. He just has cool things. You know, it's like, oh, okay, that's nice. But what the hell, man? Like, oh man, the casting. Okay, the thing they did well was casting. The casting. The Lois Lane was amazing. Jimmy Olsen was cool. Perry White was pretty cool. Superman, really done well. Lex Luthor, absolutely. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner was amazing. Hawk Girl, you know, good for her. I like her. She's good. And what was it? The other guy, Metamorpho. Or Metamorpho? Man, I don't know. Who cares? Anyways, he was good too. Too much going on in this film. And I think that the rumors behind it was that they're trying to ship this off to like Universal, so Universal could buy Warner Brothers. Another thing was that I don't know. I don't know. I think James Gunn just has this thing where he needs to have like a buddy cop or like a group ensemble of a cast of heroes to like work with. And I feel like he tried to do that with the Justice Gang and Superman. And then, you know, people are getting mad because they had the whole little Israel versus Palestine thing going on in there, and Lex Luthor tearing apart. You know, this is spoilers for the record. You know, they had this whole little rift and parallel universe thing. Like, it's like, what the hell? These kids are crying out, Superman, come shave us. Like in the trailer, and and then you don't even get Superman. You get everyone else. You get the other guys. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not hating on it. It was just like, what the hell, man? Like, got screwed for Superman, and he's fighting his own clone, and I don't know. He gets sucked into a black hole, and he's gonna come back as Bizarro eventually because he's docile and whatnot. There's another thing I didn't like about this movie. Yo, Lex Luthor is a smart guy. And I guess they just needed to put that in that, oh, he's like this lunatic that's just so obsessed with Superman. Hit A1, sequence 3-6. It's like, oh, okay, haha, you studied his moves. Great, good for you, bro. Like, this is like, you out here creating pocket dimensions and stuff. But you need to type in computer functions for this guy to like beat up Superman. For real, dude, I get it. They needed that to show how crazy and how much of a lunatic he is, but it didn't really like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Just say you know how he thinks, and that's why I created this Bizarro Ultraman type of Superman. And you could have just said, like, you know, how Marvel has Taskmaster, you know, he studied your moves, and boom, just like that, he's kicking your ass. They did none of those things. And then, holy crap, like, yo, like, they needed more of Superman and Lois, or Lois and Clark, because the chemistry on this was freaking amazing. It was so sick. I'm like, oh, damn, okay, I see what's going on here. And then that's it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. You know what I mean? And then, like, I know Superman's out here fighting and, you know, doing his thing, but, like, let's not make him a dumbass, you know? You didn't want to think about that, like, what's going on here? Like, what the hell? And then Lois is smart. I fuck with Lois, man. Lois is cool. What else about this film? It's just weird, man. Honest to God, it's weird because There's so much this thing could have done, and they didn't really do everything I thought they could do. I didn't mind the suit. That's cool. I just I just felt like there just needed to be more Clark, more Lois, more Jimmy Olsen, and Superman. I felt like James Gunn could have just had, yo, this is the group that I'm working with, and let's give more lines to Jimmy. Let's give more lines to Lois. Let's give more lines to Clark, and then go off of that. And then if we're gonna make Lex Luthor the villain, let's make him a villain. Like, like I get it. He's cool. He's like, oh, I hate you. But it's just like, okay, you know what I mean? Like what the hell? I don't know, man. It just bothers me. I want to see this movie do good in terms of box office, so they can make James Gunn not do the sequel, but someone else that has the idea of what this universe is now, and have them do their own Superman while James Gunn can direct his ensemble movie. Like, I don't know, like make the Terrifics movie, with Mr. Terrific, uh, and it's like the Fantastic Four. They got their stretchy guy in there, they got their smart guy in there. With the Fantastic Four, the stretchy guy is the smart guy, Mr. Fantastic, but the smart guy is Mr. Terrific. The stretchy guy is, who's a Plastic Man, and then they got Metamorpho and someone else. I think it's a woman. I think that'd be fucking amazing. I think that would be a cool movie. I feel like that would be a better selling movie than the Fantastic Four. A new IP that DC Comics has created within their universe. I think that would be pushed. And you don't got to do anything extra. You don't got to make anyone LGBTQ plus or any of that other shit. And I'm not hating on people's lifestyles, but once again, when you shoehorn and throw things into a film to try to appease everybody, you fail with everybody. And I think that just having Mr. Terrific, who is a black person that was in the comic books, who's the third smartest man in the world, you gotta showcase that. And then you gotta showcase how good their team is and how smart this guy is and how they work together and how crazy things can be when they work together. Not this whole, okay, not only we're to make him black, we gotta make him gay. It's like, what? What are you doing? We just gotta throw in all the things, just to make sure this movie's great. It's like, bro, you're gonna turn this movie to shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, come on. Like, I think one character I think that would have been good with, an LGBTQ if we're going to go that route, and I think Disney is really screwing this up, we'll see, is Mystique. Mystique is literally a shapeshifter. Could transform into a man, a woman, and you could have literally casted someone that is, identifying as other or they, them, or whoever. I don't know, bro. You could have done it that way, and I wouldn't have had no issues. Because then you could have actually had a spin-off or a movie where this person is out there being a hitman that Mystique is, going out there contract killing. And, how do you go after someone that looks like you or looks like someone else that you know and you have no clue? This would have been the greatest thing ever. But they're so focused on making characters that are like, yo, let's make this person gay and this person transgender, and we're going to throw in this extra stuff. It's like, why? Why? Listen, bro, I'm a Christian, and I love these little stories that they have with Superman, Batman, the Avengers, and whatnot. It's cool science fiction. And quite frankly, listen, only God can judge you. I can judge too, but it's just like, who the hell am I to judge you, right? You judge me, who the hell are you to judge me, right? It's just, okay. I don't wish you death because you live an alternate lifestyle. No. Hell no. If you happy, you happy, bro. If you think there's a God or you think there isn't a God and then there's God and you speak to God, hey, that's between you and him or her or whomever, right? Depending on what you believe in. But yeah, I feel like they could have done certain things with certain characters that are like that could possibly go in that direction, and they don't. they're like, we're just gonna take this guy or this girl. I was like, okay, we're gonna gender swap these people. And I'm like, what? Okay, like Fantastic Four is, they got the Silver Surfer. It's a woman now, and I don't care. I feel like if we're gonna do like the whole Fantastic Four and the Herald of Galactus is a woman, I felt like they could have used a female herald within the comic books, and then this could predate Norman Rand, which is the Silver Surfer, and then they could have been like, okay, well now the Fantastic Four think that they solved the mystery. They took down the Herald of Galactus, and because they kill the Herald of Galactus, then they go get Norman Rad, and he's a lot more stronger than the Flame Chick or whatever the hell that character is. I don't know, man. I mean, it is what it is. It's their IPs. They own it. They could do whatever they want. If it turns to shit, they can't complain because no one wants to watch it, right? It's crazy. I don't know what to say. But yeah, man, like comic books, I love these things. And back to Superman. I don't hate the movie altogether. I don't. I feel like they casted the movie way better than Zack Snyder did. Superman, for Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, I should say. Henry Cavill was an amazing Superman. I liked him a lot. He didn't get to play Clark at all. Just he put on glasses and smiled. And the Man of Steel and the Batman versus Superman, he kind of did reporting. What are your thoughts on the Batman? Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, buddy, like, who cares? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Oh, my God. It was just weird. Like, the best Batman, Superman movie is the animated one. The Joker comes into town. Lex Luthor, is doing his thing. And Lex Luthor runs into Batman, and Lex Luthor just disses Batman. It's so gangster. You're just a freak in a Halloween costume. I'm like, ooh. I mean, he's not wrong. I love Batman, but he's not wrong. Like, he goes up against the God on a weekly basis, bro. You go up against lunatics and don't even solve, like, the underlining issue. You go after the individual. You go after the dope fiend, bro. You don't go after the companies. You don't go after the corporations that are causing these problems. You don't, like, bro, you do, like, the bare minimum. You make sure as job security that you keep fucking with the people, the lowlives. So when they get out, you just fuck with them again. What are you up to? I don't trust you. It's like, bro, come on. I don't kill. But because you don't kill, all these people that they affected have killed, like, thousands of people, bro. So you haven't saved anyone, really, bro. Like, what have you done? You know what I mean? You're not very effective at what you do. Superman, on the other hand, I love this guy. I'm a bigger Batman fan than I am a Superman guy, but I understand the importance of why this film needs to do good, and I don't think it's going to do good. I hope it does. But Man of Steel versus this, I like Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White. I don't care. Like, if you're a good actor and you present the role, it's beautiful. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're race swapping, the performance has to be amazing. You know what I mean? Lex Luthor, holy crap. Man of Steel, what the hell? No, Batman versus Superman. What the hell was that? Jesse Eisenberg as the Riddler version of Lex Luthor. I'm like, what the hell is this? What is this? This is not Lex. In what universe does Lex Luthor act like a jackass? You know what I mean? I'm like, this is a Riddler. This is the freaking Riddler. Listen, Zack Snyder made a Batman film that included Superman and a Lex Luthor that acts like the Riddler. Like, this guy sends out postcards to Batman. You let your family die. I'm like, what? And did it in a way where it's like stickers and shit, like some like weirdo, right? Like, ooh. And it's just like, who's doing this? It's like, maybe the Riddler, I don't know. Lex does this? So hold on. Lex knew who Batman was this whole time and wants Batman, who is a human, to fight Superman, who's an alien that's got laser beams coming out of his eyes and We don't know if this guy actually doesn't kill because he just snapped someone's neck. So we're just, okay, we're going to let these guys fight it out. And it's just like, why? It's just like, why? This is so weird. It's like 99% chance that he goes evil. I gotta take it. I'm like, what? You're not wrong, man. I get it. You're kind of paranoid. I get that. I fuck with you for that. But bro, like, you are the world's greatest detective. You're a smart dude. You put on a metal suit, turn you into goddamn, like, your brain into fucking scrambled eggs. I know it's in the comics, but like, come on, bro. Sometimes adapting certain things straight from comics doesn't garnish success. Like, that pissed me off. I'm like, what is this? Martha. I'm like, what? I love Zack Snyder. I don't hate him, bro. That pissed me off. And then they got Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. And, Kal-El, no. Max Lord, you are going to cause great catastrophe in the world. You see this guy laughing because he knows this is a hot fucking mess. I think Pedro Pascal, who's also a lunatic, who's in the Fantastic Four. Look, see how I did? See what I did there? I made this all connect. He is, I guess, done a lot of things behind the scenes that doesn't, garner him favoritism in Hollywood. And my bad for calling him a lunatic. I don't know. But, I hear things about him that, people are very kind about, I don't know. I think he shot on the movie before it even went out. And it's just like, bro, you can't promote this movie because you keep shitting on it. So, I don't know. He wasn't my choice for Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic. They should have got the Kaczynski guy with the big ears. Literally looks like straight from the comics. And that would have been beautiful. Should have kept him. I don't know. But, yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, Man of Steel wasn't bad. I liked the effects. I liked it. The one thing that pissed me off about Man of Steel is that Superman's father, right? He usually gets a heart attack and dies because at the end of the day, how powerful Superman is, he can't stop things that are naturally causing within people. You can't save everybody. That's like the thing. That was like the story, the moral of that thing, right? Your dad dies. You wanted to try your best to save him, but you couldn't. So, and Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, who's like Batman, Superman's dad, Kent. Wow, I'm out of my head right now. Papa Kent, let's just say. There's a tornado happening, and Kevin Costner plays him, which I like a lot. Yellowstone, shout out to him. Superman could literally save this guy. He could fly, grab him, and fly him out, and no one would have seen him. And if people said, we just saw a man fly into a tornado, who the hell is going to believe you? And they're going to think that you're insensitive because, did he come back out? I don't know. So you're fucked. Like, you're an asshole for saying that. He's like, no. He puts his hand out. It's okay. I'm like, bro, do you have kids that you don't know, that you don't want to know, that you don't want Superman and your wife to know about, bro? Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could be saved, you don't want to be saved, bro? Like, what? And then Clark's just chilling under this bypass. Like, oh, God forbid I got sucked up by a tornado? What? This is so weird. Just swoop in there, grab him, swoop him back out. Like, what's going on here? You let your father die. And he's like, no, don't do it. Man, shut up. Like, come on, man. I don't know. That pissed me off. You know what pissed me off about the Richard Donner films? Let's talk about this for a second. He gets mad. Lois dies in San Andreas Falls, and she gets crumpled up, and he gets mad. He's like, ah! And just has his fist in the air and just flies, and then flies around the earth a few times, stopping the rotation of the earth, and then flies the other way around, and then like, okay, we're back in play. So he then saves Lois from dying, and I think this is the quest for peace. Superman, the quest for peace, with the two missiles. Oh, Superman, blah blah blah. What you gotta do? Ha. Because he's stopping the missiles. One's going on the other side of the world, and the other's going on the other side, which is fucking beautiful. That was, for its time, what a great thing to like fuck Superman with, right? Whatever. So it's not the fact that he saved Lois. It's the fact that he knew to do this that would save Lois. Because you then have to put yourself in my shoes for a second now. If you knew how to do this, what did you do this previously for? You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, let me get this straight. You're saying that Nazis in the Holocaust, that happened. Slavery in America, the Americas, and Europe happened. All the brutalities, the killings, the swine flus, the smallpox, all that stuff happened. And you flew back time. You changed the rotation of the earth. You did all this stuff. We all could have been dead off some stuff like this, bro. To save your girlfriend, bro. To save Lois. 8 billion people in the world, and you wanted to go save Lois. Bro, come on. That ain't love. That's infatuation, bro. You are a sick man. Because you let slavery happen. You let the Holocaust happen. You let all these times and things happen. And then, okay, let's say he says, okay, I can't change those events because if I do, they are significant and this could change everything that happens in the world. Okay, fair enough. But then are you saying that Lois is insignificant because, I thought she's like the world's greatest reporter, or she's got a Nobel Peace Prize or some type of poet laureate or some weird nonsense that she has. She's like some award. And you're telling me that she's insignificant? You're saying, like, you know what I mean? I'm creating a situation for Superman, and the Richard Donner films are amazing. I'm just saying, like, come on, guys, like, for real, this is what we're doing. But overall, I wanted to give the Superman movie a better rating than Man of Steel, but Man of Steel is, in my opinion, a better movie. Who portrays Superman better? I think it is Corn Sweat. I think James Gunn's movie has better casting, although it's crowded, man. Holy crap. Man of Steel has better graphics, like I'm playing a video game. It's got better camera effects, man. The special effects were amazing in Man of Steel. The special effects in James Gunn movie aren't bad. It's just, you know what I mean? I don't hate the positive Superman. That's who Superman is. You know what I mean? And I like Man of Steel as well for what he did, brooding Superman. But to me, this was always like an Elseworlds film. Like, Man of Steel was an Elseworlds film. This Superman with James Gunn, to me, this seems like main universe. But, bro, I get it. Superman loses a fight. And I'm like, he loses like every fight he fights. Like, what are you talking about? This guy was not undefeated. You're not going to tell me. And Man of Steel was like, listen, Man of Steel Superman is way stronger. In my opinion, even with the Sentry, Man of Steel Superman with Henry Cavill fucks up the whole Avengers team. That's my take. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I believe with Man of Steel, and I think he takes down the Sentry with his send you to the void nonsense and all the other stuff. I don't care. Like, Superman is way faster. This Sentry dude, he's literally a lunatic who can't think straight. And, power of exploding suns. That doesn't mean anything, bro. Like, come on. Like, these guys over-exaggerate shit all the time. He's very powerful in the comics, yes, I know, but... Yeah, he's very powerful in the comics, but, like, who cares? You know what I mean? But, honestly, like I said, Man of Steel, to me, was just... I feel like they kind of didn't do Henry Cavill and his Superman justice. They should have just gave him a trilogy. And to think it's been 10 years since a Superman movie's come out. But that's my rant. I am done for the day. Thank y'all. Like and subscribe, and